What did I tell you the other night? Just relax, relax. The Philadelphia 76ers bounce back in preseason game 2 and take down the Raptors by a final score of 125-113. The Sixers get it done in dominating fashion. This team looked completely different with the starters on the floor, and it feels really good to get a win like this. Let's break it down.
Perfect.
What is going on, everybody? RB here. Welcome on into Philly Take with RB, where we constantly talk Philly sports. You know what to do. Drop a like if you're enjoying the content. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit that bell so you're always notified anytime we drop content or go live. We were just on the live play-by-play. Shout out to everybody who came along, and we enjoyed the game, and it was nice to get this win. First and foremost, shout out to the Toronto fans. There were a lot of them swarming the last video or two and coming through the live stream. Look, it was funny. The Raptors were acting, some of the Raptors fans are pretty cool, but, there were some of them acting like they had won the championship last game after one preseason game. And, it forced a lot of Sixers fans to also, start jumping off the cliff. And I'm like, come on, just relax. See what happens. You plug in Joel Embiid, you plug in Tobias Harris, and this squad was really good. I mean, the ball was moving. The team looked swift. They were just energized. They came back. They knew they laid a stinker last game. They had no energy. They weren't playing defense. They came back and did everything opposite, and it feels really good after this win. Like, the way that Philadelphia sports work, everybody goes one way, then the other way. It's really funny. But anyway, I want to start off with this because there were also a lot of 2-5 stands, and there are still a lot of them out there. They're surveying the playing field. They're jumping where they can. But quite frankly, they're just running out of opportunities, right? The Philadelphia 76ers in this game tonight made 18 three-pointers, 18 for 37 actually, almost 49% from long range. And by the way, they assisted 28 of their 47 field goal attempts. So the ball was moving. Guys were just all around the floor, knocking down their shots, making the most of their opportunities. And quite frankly, what I want to say is, the case for 2-5 doesn't look as strong as it did a couple nights ago. Now, again, I'm not going to overreact too much on this game. It is a preseason game. The Raptors were missing players. But at the end of the day, I just feel like everybody needs to relax. Again, RELAX, like Aaron Rodgers said, relax. Okay, we're not going to find out a lot until we're 10, 20 games into the season. The Toronto Raptors are a good team, but Pascal Siakam wasn't playing. Now, OG Anunoby came back. He was hitting shots. Van Vliet was doing his thing. But the Sixers' offense looked really good. Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris started off a bit struggling in this game, but they got their rhythm down, right? But the role players really stepped up in this one. I love the flow. How about George Niang off the bench, right? This is a guy who we have a lot of question marks about. He seems like he can be a decent role player, but then again, he's never had that big of a role. He comes in tonight with 16 points, 4 for 7 from deep. He's going all around. I love his quick trigger as well. Like, as soon as we dish him the ball, and I noticed him and Seth Curry and guys like that, I noticed so much more off-the-ball movement. There wasn't a lot of isolation. Guys were moving around. They were finding ways to get engaged into the offense, and it really smooth. It was really smooth, and it flowed very smoothly. It flowed very well, and it just looked better, right? How long have we been waiting to see 5-on-5 offense for this team? Joel Embiid has never had it. He's never had it, and tonight it was apparent. It was right on notice for us to see. Tyrese Maxey had a nasty step-back three in the first quarter. What I saw on that play from Tyrese Maxey, I had not seen in years. Like, I've been waiting a good amount of years to see a step-back three like I saw from Tyrese Maxey. George Niang hit the shots. How about Tyrese Maxey, right? He comes off the bench in this game. A lot of people are going at Glenn Rivers. He's got to earn that Doc back. But a lot of people are going at Glenn Rivers, talking about why is Tyrese Maxey off the bench, and I honestly didn't even notice it until a little while into the game because I just expected him to be starting, and then I see Shake Milton in there, and as soon as he picks up a couple quick turnovers, I'm like, what's going on here? But apparently Doc said that, Glenn. Apparently Glenn said that he's trying to get some different guys an opportunity and just try to make them, compete for that starting spot. Now, I don't know if that's the best way to go about things. But what I am worried about, and to be honest, Maxey played so well tonight. He was, putting up the floaters. He was attacking off the dribble. He was so much more aggressive than we saw in the first game. And he was just getting to his spots. It looked easy. He used his athleticism, his pure just speed, quickness, lateral quickness, his agility, everything, man. Tyrese Maxey can get to any spot on the floor he wants to, and he can do it like that. And it's beautiful to see. And just seeing him hit some of these shots, it's really nice. But I'm worried, honestly, that Tyrese Maxey played so well off the bench tonight with 14 points, 6 for 9 from the field, 5 assists. Glenn might keep him on the bench. He might keep him on the bench because he might say, oh, well, you see how much he thrived in that role. Maybe we'll shift him there for now. I don't know. By the way, Shake Milton, he did come on in this game a little bit. He finished with 5 points and 2 rebounds and 4 assists and a steal. But honestly, this is what I've been talking about in terms of why I have been concerned about the bench. Now that a lot of these guys did play well tonight, again, you're going up against a Toronto team that's missing players. But Shake Milton is just too inconsistent for me. He's just way too inconsistent. Furkan tonight was 2 for 6. Those two guys right there, this bench could be really good if those guys were consistent scorers. When they're hot, this bench can go absolutely nuts. They can explode. But when those two are off, which it seems to be a lot of the nights, we're going to have some tough times. We're going to struggle. We may need a couple more scorers off the bench. That's why I said the other night we need a veteran guard. Andre Drummond, 10 points, 5 for 6, 7 rebounds, looked really well again. He was moving well. He was down there playing some pretty good defense. A lot of people have been harping on this guy's defensive ability. He's down there hustling, a couple nice hook shots from the post. I liked what he did. And he's grabbing rebounds. It's actually nice, no offense to Dwight Howard, to have a backup center that doesn't foul every other play. It was nice to see. The bench kind of stole the show tonight. The bench was really good, and we're going to need performances like this. But again, it has to be consistent. Now, how about Seth Curry? We talked about Joel Embiid. We talked about Tobias, who had 14 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Those two did their thing. I knew they would come in. I knew this team would look different. Tobias, by the way, was attacking really well. But how about Seth Curry looking like he just picked up where he left off in that Atlanta Hawks series? Seth Curry was drilling, and he was attacking. 15 points, 4 for 8 from deep, couple rebounds, couple assists. Seth Curry, man, he's a really big factor for this team because, honestly, if we do end up making a trade, I wouldn't be surprised seeing Seth Curry come off the bench. Whether he's in that 2 role in the starting lineup or whether he's coming off the bench, Seth Curry, both on the ball and off the ball, is a vital factor for this team's success because he's got to knock down his shots. And the way he attacked tonight, and just it's so smooth. It just looks beautiful. Seth was another one coming off the off-ball screens and just making things happen. And then I know we do have some defensive deficiencies, but at the end of the day, I thought we held our own. I thought we played a really solid game. Some of the rotations were iffy, but I like the fact that, we were trying different things. Danny Green looked a little off at times, but that second quarter when the Sixers as a team just started heating up, it was like last year when we would have those spurts where everybody's just hitting. Everybody's hitting. The ball's moving in transition, and everybody's getting their share of the pie. Danny Green finished with 11 points. 3 for 6 from deep. He looked terrible to start this game. A couple bad shots, a couple air balls, but Danny started to knock down. And at the end of the day, on defense, we had 14 steals as a team. We had 5 blocks. So, again, another point of emphasis. I didn't see much drop-off in terms of the defense, but my main takeaway is just how good we looked on offense and how the floor was spaced so well, so exquisite. It was just, I think it's so much more noticeable and just so much more apparent given the fact we haven't seen it in years. So, again, I think we're going to be fine even without 2-5. And, if we end up making a trade, like, all we can do is get another guard or a couple more guards. And, I think we'll be okay. Eventually, do I think we need a star to win a championship? Probably, yeah. But just the spacing around Joel Embiid and just the way everybody kind of just fed off of each other tonight, I really liked it. And Sixers got the job done. Honestly, through 3 quarters, we were up a lot. We were almost going up 25 points. The game was pretty much over. After the first few quarters, we just beat them down. And, unlike the other night, the Raptors were hitting absolutely every shot. It wasn't the same way tonight. They did come out on fire. That a couple times they went on some good runs, but I liked how the Sixers put a stop to those runs, and we made the tough player. We hit the big shot back to stop that momentum from building up. The only bad part, the really bad part about this game was the Sixers' third unit. They're just not good. So if our first unit gets hurt and our second unit gets left on the city bus, then we might lose with our third unit. You know what I mean? But no worries at all. At the end of the day, Sixers bounce back, 125-113. We get it done. I knew it would happen. We got to take this game by game. This is just the preseason, but we saw a lot of good things fixed today, especially on the defensive side. I thought we were closing out a little bit better, made some things happen. Oh, one player I also wanted to talk about, Isaiah Joe, before I forget. Absolutely amazing. We've been talking about him getting more minutes. 15 points tonight, 5 for 7 from the field, 3 for 4 from deep. And he also had a couple steals in the block. Made things happen on both sides of the ball. We had one nice steal where Isaiah Joe ran down the floor and spaced it out from the wing, and just absolutely, his shot is beautiful as well. I really liked this guy when he was drafted, and I think he has a lot of upside. So Isaiah Joe needs to get more minutes. Beautiful performance, and I can't wait to see what we do in the next few games and see how this whole situation plays out. But those are just pretty much my thoughts. The Sixers get a good W, and we're back on it, man. Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments section. What are your main takeaways from the game? Give me all your thoughts, comments, reactions. Appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one, man. Peace.
Perfect.